Before we get into the video, if you guys want the best quality on your screen, make sure to press the settings and turn it up to 1080p. Also, if you want some captions, if you speak a different language, go to the bottom of your screen, press this button, go over to settings, and you will see an option to press onto subtitles, go to auto translate, and you have got hundreds of languages to select from. Enjoy the video, lads. It's another content day, it's another FUTTIES Cup. Lads, let me know down below what you guys think of these FUTTIES Cup EA are releasing, or maybe what you think they could do different, what you like about it, what you dislike about it. But nonetheless, boys, let's get into the objectives guide. Make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe as well. Let's get into it. So let's quickly go over all of these and the rewards you can get in return. For winning 3, you get a 1 of 3 84 plus gold player. Winning 6, you also get a 1 of 3 84 plus gold player, so it's the exact same, which is a bit weird. Win 10 is a 1 of 4 85 plus. Win 14 is a 1 of 4 85 plus. Winning 18, it gives you a 92 plus shapeshifters / efigs tots player pack. Win 22 gives you a 2 85 times 5 pack, so essentially 85 times 10 worthy of players. Win 27 gives you a 1 of 3 92 plus shapeshifters, tots or hero shapeshifters players, which is basically like a red pick from FUT Champs, if you will, very similar anyway. And if you do manage to win all 27, you will get a player pick, a 1 of 4 92 plus shapeshifters, tots or hero shapeshifter, so the exact same as the 27 rewards, except with an extra slot in it. Let's go and have a look at the objectives for it, and let's have a look what I think about it. I can see straight away you have to win 27, so I'm hoping they have not a 5-game limit for the next like 7 days, because then that means you have to win 27 out of 35 for the top reward, which would be a little bit tough. Let's have a look. Go on over to friendlies, and then we will go to play online, and it should be one of the first ones. Now, I should be on the Serie A one, because that's the last objectives I've looked at. The FUTTIES Serie A Cup. You have not got a match limit. Thank you, EA. Thank you, EA. Perfect. This is what we need in July, almost August. In fact, we're 1 day away from August. Okay, good job, EA. There is no match limit. You've got unlimited attempts. This is a dub. This is a dub in my opinion. As you can see, the requirements, you need at most 3 clubs, at most 1 lone player. Reminder that lone player counts on the bench as well, so make sure you do not have a lone player lurking on the subs or reserves that you've forgotten about. You need exactly 11 Serie A players. That is in the starting 11, so you can have any bench you want. So you can have your main team on the bench, which we'll get into shortly. But the max 3 clubs, I'm not sure if that also counts towards a bench. I don't think so. I think it's just a starting 11. So we'll have to have a look, lads, but let's get into the squad builder. Now, first of all, when it comes to the squad builder for this one, what you're going to want to do is search your club for the very best Serie A players. Reminder, you're only allowed max 3 clubs, but for example, I've got Mkhitaryan, who's from Roma. Now, one thing as well, if you do want to grind the Tammy Abraham and Veretooth objectives, I'm pretty sure that it is pronounced anyway. As you can see, they are both from the same club, so there is a couple players, Abraham and Veretooth. If you want to get these objectives done, they will help you out massively in the Serie A Cup. But for the sake of a squad builder, we're going to build you guys a team that will cost you no more than 30,000 coins, alright? Let's get into it. So boys, this is the squad we have come up with. Reminder, it's max 3 clubs. We have gone with Roma, Milan, and Napoli. You could say hybrid. It's not a hybrid. They're all from the same league, so it's not a hybrid. But we've gone for 3 clubs. We've gone for Roma, Milan, and Napoli. Now, it does not clarify in the requirements. It says clubs max 3 and Serie A players exactly 11. So the full starting 11 is obviously exactly 11 Serie A, but it didn't clarify if that meant a bench or anything as well. But going from last week, the Brazil Cup, you could have whatever bench you want, alright? So I'm just going to have to assume, and this is EA's fault, do not blame me for this. Hopefully it's right, it should be right, but EA really need to start clarifying in the requirements if a bench counts as well. The only way to find out was if I was to buy all these players, jump into a game and test it out, right? So that will just take too long, and I don't want this video to be 25 minutes long. So basically, if you do find out that you can have whatever bench you want, and you can have players from different clubs on the bench, then make sure to get some super subs. If you've got some icons, then that would be absolutely perfect to chuck on the bench. Reminder, you can use at most 3 super subs for each one. Now, if this does not let you play, because it will say you need only at most 3 clubs, and if for some reason, which it shouldn't, but as I said, they failed to clarify. The different clubs on the bench also count towards the objective, which means we'd have like 6 clubs or 7 clubs as it stands if you count the Icon, Leipzig, Chelsea and Dortmund. Then what you'll have to do is you will just have to buy some players from the same club that you guys have brought. So you'll have to buy some gold commons from Roma, Napoli, and what's the other one, Milan, just to fill out the bench. But it should be fine, and if it is fine, in that case, tip number 1, make sure you get the super sub players on your bench, alright, and sub them on. You can use up to 3 every single game, so take advantage of that, once again, hoping it does not go against the requirements that EA have failed to tell us about. But what I can do for you guys, which is a set in stone, 100% this tip is going to help you guys out, is going to be chemistry styles. We're going to quickly jump on over to FUTBin, and if you guys know my videos by now, you know how the chem style parts work. So if you want, you can skip ahead a minute or 2, or if in general you know how chemistry styles work, then you can just skip ahead, I say 2 minutes. But basically what we're going to do, lads, we are going to use a player as an example in this team. I'm staring at him right now. This beautiful man by the name of Mertens is who we're going to use as an example. Now we're going to go on FUTBin. I'm not sponsored by them, I do have to clarify, just using these lads as an example. But as you can see his price on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. What we really want to look at though is we want to try and get this rating as a striker or maybe a centre forward cam, wherever you're playing him. We are using a 4-2-4 formation just because it's quite attacking, and we are playing him as a striker. Now he's only a 77 rated striker simply because he is originally a cam or centre forward. So what our job is to try and get the striker rating as high as possible. Now he starts with a basic, as does every other pack pulled player. They naturally come with a basic chemistry style. The only way you'll get a player without a basic chemistry style is if you buy him on the transfer market from someone who has adjusted his chemistry style before selling him, right? Now as you can see with the basic, he's an 88 rated cam, 87 rated centre forward and a 79 striker. But if we want to try out some different chem styles, now we're playing him as a striker. He's only 79 rated as I said, so it would be smarter to play this card as a cam or centre forward, but once again just using him as an example so it doesn't matter too much. Now what we want to do is we want to try and get this rating as high as possible. So let's go through these chem styles and see if we can beat 79. A finisher makes him an 82 rated striker, as well does a Deadeye, and it looks like, I thought my Chrome froze there but it didn't. It looks like marksman and finisher are probably the best ones if you're playing him in the striker position. A marksman gives him a +7 shooting, +9 dribbling and a +5 physical. I think that physical boost, that +10, is very handy, and that is something that the finisher chemistry style does not offer. So I do think having a marksman is probably going to be the smartest choice on Mertens. Instead of being a 79 rated striker, he's now going to be an 82. So it just gives him that extra few ratings in game. And that goes for the rest of the team. If we flick back over to the main screen here, that goes for the whole team. Make sure you get the chemistry styles on all of your players and go ham. So lads, one last recap before I end the video. With all of these wins, etc, in the game mode, now it is unlimited, so you can have unlimited matches, unlimited attempts, which is absolutely brilliant from EA. Now as you can do, or as you can see, I built that squad builder for you guys to use if you want to copy that within the max free requirements or max free club requirements. We used a Milan, Roma and Napoli squad builder. Now the tips part of it, if a bench does work and you can have any bench you want, then make sure to get those bench players on and make use of them and sub on your 3 best players, probably a striker, midfielder and defender, just to work the balance out a little bit. If not, then make sure to fill the bench with some Roma and Milan players to stay within the requirements. Once again, EA failing to mention if the requirements are for the bench as well or just a starting 11, but going off of last week, the bench is okay, so the bench should not matter if we're going off of what happened last week with the FUTTIES Brazil Cup. So you should be completely fine to use whichever subs you want. And tip number 2, make sure to get that chemistry styles on your players. Now once it is unlimited matches, you could most definitely do golden goal, which will speed up the process so much. If you do want to do golden goal, that's completely up to you. And the reason I didn't mention that in the tip section is because it does sometimes, for some reason, cause some controversy in the comments, people arguing about golden goal. So this is just a bonus tip at the end. If you guys want to compete in the golden goal, if you want to participate in the unspoken community rule of golden goal, I 100% recommend it. It speeds up the process so much. So if you do, make sure to change your team name to golden goal so your opponents know. Jump into the game and you are good to go. Lads, much love. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.